Where are you from and what is the theme of your project, and then describe your project.
Sure, sir. So first of all, hello everyone. My name is Vedant Rajendra Chaudhary. I am team leader of Team Revolution. My problem statement is suggest an effective way of mitigating the problems of conservation and reuse of rainwater and reduce the demand at source. So here are my teammates: Shitla Prasad Sharma, Nikita Basa, Priyanka Kamble, Siddhi Bane, Suyesh Kapdi. And here are our mentors, Umesh Maske sir, then Kishore Kelgandre sir. So our model is based in two different situations in rural as well as in urban areas. So to explain the rural part, I will like to call Shitla Prasad Sharma.
In rural areas, we are providing five different solutions, starting with contour trenches. In contour trenches, we dug some holes on the mountain. We dug some holes on the mountain so that when heavy rain comes, water don't get just simply flushed off. It the water will be collected on these contour trenches, and these contour trenches will not only help in recharging the groundwater, but also at the time of need it can be used by the people living downstream as well as people living upstream. Then moving further, pot irrigation. In pot irrigation, earthen pot is used and some holes are drilled in it. Then that pot is buried inside the ground. Similarly, when heavy rainfall comes, water instead of water getting simply flushed off, that water will be collected in these pot and later can be used by plants for the further processes. Next, rooftop rainwater harvesting. In this method, the water from the roof will be collected in a tank which is kept just inside of the just aside of the house. Then stone bunds. Stone bunds are basically just a barrier constructed uh, on the river. It helps in slowing the discharge of it helps in slowing the runoff of the river and helps to prevent the damage to the people living downstream. Then afforestation. We plant trees. Planting trees will not only help in recycling the water cycle but also will help in recharge of groundwater. Further part will be explained by Vedant.
So moving further, we are moving towards urban areas. So in urban areas, not only we are using the rainwater as well as we are recycling the water which we have. So in this, first of all, the rainwater which will be collected on the roof and it will be transferred to the tank beneath the building, and then the water will again be transferred to the this tank, rainwater tank, and then this will be used for washing of utensils, clothes, and etc. And as well as the government as well as the rainwater will be used for the same, and then the water will go to the treatment plant. So here is the miniature version of our treatment plant. First of all, the treatment will grow from skimming tank to coagulation tank, from coagulation tank to storage, and then it will be reused for utensils, washing of utensils and clothes, and then it will be again recycled in this colocasia or taro filter. And that water can be used for flushing, gardening, and car washing. So you have seen the miniature version of the filter. So moving towards our real filter, here you can see this is our skimming tank. This is our skimming tank and this is our coagulation tank. In skimming tank, we will remove the oil and the grease present in the water through introduction of compressed air in it, and then this process will take at least up to 10 to 15 minutes, and then we will add alum into it. Then the alum will get mixed and the solution will be transferred to the coagulation tank. In this coagulation tank, there are barriers provided which will make the heavier particles settle down, and the rest of the water can be poured, the pure water can be poured in the storage tank, and that it will be used for utensils, washing of utensils, clothes, and various uses. Then coming after the use of second recycled water, we will so first recycled water, then we will this is our colocasia taro filter. We will insert our used water in this, and it will filter, and the clean water will be used for flushing, car washing and gardening. So this is all about our project. This the whole thing which we presented reduces the water demand of 61% in a month. We take water from the government up to 61% less after using these all methods.
Now start the demo.
We will start with the demo. So moving here. mm,
First, you will show
the circulation of the
circulation of the
whole the process.
process.
Miniature version.
Starting with the miniature.
Miniature. Then we will go to the real filters.
Okay.
This is the flow of all the plant. So first of all, in this you have seen all the process, the pot irrigation, contour trenches, how it works. And now coming towards the urban area. So first of all, the water will be inserted. Water will be
Water will come at the rooftop first.
yes, the rainwater.
Rainwater.
The rainwater will be transferred to the below tank.
So this rainwater don't have any impurities like this sand.
The heavier impurities like plants and all can be removed from screening by introducing a screen over there. So after this, the water will be the water will be the rainwater will be collected in this tank, and the government as well as the rainwater will be used by the people, and it will go for the first recycle plant. After the recycling, the water will come in this tank, and it will get it will get used by the people, and then it will go in this filter, colocasi or taro filter. In this, the water will get filtered and will pass to the car washing, flushing and gardening. So this will go to second recycle water, and that the flush will come out, and this is the black water which we get after the flushing.
So how you collect the water in second recycle water?
So actually we have a shortage of a pump, so this should go up and then it should come down as a black water, but due to lack of one pump, we have directly shown here.
So from collected tank, how you circulate the water in first recycle water tank?
So the rainwater, collected rainwater will go down, and in this it will go from skimming tank, coagulation tank.
Okay.
The bigger version of that is there, and it will go, and it will come to the first recycled water.
So from this tank,
It will go to the filter.
It goes to the tank which is called as skimming tank
Skimming, first skimming tank
for the coagulation.
for then coagulation, and then it will be stored here.
Sure. Good.
Should we go to the filter plant? Okay. For utensils and will be collected in this tank, skimming tank, and in this skimming tank the principle is that in this tank we are introducing the air bubbles, or we can say as compressed air, and from that the oil and grease particles will come up. The lighter particles will be coming as a scum here, and that scum will be transferred in this vent, which will directly the scum will be
How this come transferred from here to this?
when this hole gets collected with the scum, then it automatically it drains out the scum.
Okay.
If
From where? From
this side.
Okay.
Once this whole scum is filled, then you can see the drain of the scum. So should we?
So now second part.
So should we wait for this scum?
Okay. Should we wait? We have to wait for how much time?
2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes only. So here we can see the drain of the scum which is collected, and this after knowing its constant contents of this scum, we can think of reuse of it in some industries where they can use or recycle it.
Okay.
So
Okay, it's coming out now.
yes.
next part.
Okay, so after this process will take up to 15 to 20 minutes depending upon the constituent of chemicals in it. So moving further, this the water which is now free from lighter particles will transfer from the skimming tank to coagulation tank. From this tank, the this process takes up to 5 to 6 hours to settle all the higher particles. Now in this tank we will insert alum,
How much alum in how much
sir,
quantity?
for 8 to 8 milligrams for 1 liter. But it also depends on the pH of original pH of it of the water. So this process is will take 5 to 6 hours to complete its purification. So after this water will travel from the barriers which will hold the higher particles between the this.
The main aim is to just reduce the horizontal velocity of the flowing particles.
So after keeping it for 5 to 6 hours, this water can be drained in the storage tank, which is fit for using for first use of first recycled use of this water. Uh, Now this water can we can use again for bathing, utensils washing, and clothes washing.
That's it.
Now this आका पूर्ण हे करून नाही नाही येऊ दे हाच पाणी इथे टाकणार.
You will now.
Now after the use of this water in by the people, this water will travel to our colocasia filter or taro filter. This plant is a wetland plant. This not only this plant, there are 2 to 3 more plants like Cona indica, which will absorb the microbes and will introduce the microbes and increase the oxygen demand, oxygen to the water, so that the oxygen content of the water gets fulfilled and the BOD is decreased. So we have put the gravels on the top of this plant, so that it is a open filter. So open filter because this will reduce the mosquitoes, which will reduce the mosquitoes breeding. So after this this will go through this, and this water due to charcoal, the charcoal was not the activated charcoal, because of which the water got its color. That's why the water is black, but and in the actual filter it will get cleaned, as well as the we have used the charcoal powder. That's why we didn't have the charcoal granules or pieces. So after this can be used for flushing. The odor will be transferred by the plants in the air through transpiration, and this water can be used for car washing, gardening, and flushing. So this
And for groundwater table.
sir, but in this, if in this as well as in this that tank as well as in this tank, we have put these holes. If the water is excess water or the surplus surcharge water, this can be drained in
Groundwater level.
in the groundwater level to recharge it. Same here, if the demand of the flushing and flushing, car washing, and gardening is satisfied, then the rest of the surcharge water can be drained in the
Okay, flush out that carbon content which is in powdered form. After that, pour as much as you water you can, so the powdered form of the charcoal will flush out.
flush out.
Then we will see that the
Okay, okay, sir.
it's
Okay.
okay.
Now this is all our the this setup, whole setup will cost up to this skimming tank, coagulation tank. This can be there is no that much cost, but for this tank it is up to 20 lakhs investment, and this can be incurred via incurred in 10 years of usage, so that it gets economical.
Okay.